Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Silence, and I'm your chief show attendant. On behalf of the two hosts and the rest of the crew, welcome aboard Weird Wednesday flight number 13, non-stop, from your current location to parts unknown. Our flight will be at about 2 hours, and we'll be flying at the speed of sound. At this time, make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position, and that your seatbelt is currently fastened. Enjoy the ride.
Well, I wondered what was going on there.
I'm frozen. Oh, no.
Yeah, I played the wrong intro video.
Did you?
Yeah. I was like, how are these comments coming up? Because I'm not.
That's what I was seeing the comments and I didn't know. I'm like trying to answer people that aren't here.
Yeah. Yeah, that was weird. Imagine that. But hey, anyways, we are here. We're not pre-recorded. We are live. Both of us. Even though Jamie's name is the Living Dead Girl, she is currently alive right now. And so am I. Haven't got blown away yet. Still got power.
Even though
So
you are the Phantom.
that's true. Gonna hang out as long as I got power. We're gonna do Weird Wednesday. How's everybody else doing? Let's see. I can actually put the comments up from people that are actually here in the room right now. I was just sitting there for a minute looking at the comments going, Jamie must be putting these up. Why am I not getting them? I don't see these.
A couple of times it looked like they were doubled up. I didn't know what was happening.
Yeah. Turquoise says, am I okay? Yep, I'm doing just fine. Other than having a freaking headache all day, I'm doing great. It's windy and rainy here, but it hadn't got too terribly bad yet. But the night ain't over. Well, technically, by the clock, for me, it is over. And it's just turned to morning since it's after midnight now. But, get the gist
After midnight.
Yeah. They even wrote a song about it. What's happening, Wolfie? Yeah, it's good old Florida. Welcome to Hurricane Central. But, we're used to it. Us Floridians are used to it. There's been a lot of people freaking out here. All these new people that have shown up and moved to Florida, Florida's open. Oh, shit, there's a huge storm. What do we do? What do we do? We buy all the water.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. Like, oh, welcome to the real Florida now. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, seriously, people. I went in Walmart the other day and I was just picking up some stuff, I was picking up these little things that you put sockets on, you know, for tools and stuff. And I'm trying to find a cheap little toolbox, you know, and I'm just like in my own world, just walking around, you know, and got a few things in the cart, and I walked up and I looked where like all the cash register, well, self-automated cash registers are. And I was like, holy shizzle. I mean, there was a line like halfway across the store. And I was like this close to like just abandoning my whole cart and walking out. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Yeah. People were in there just buying like the aisle where the water was looked like a giant vacuum cleaner had just gone down and sucked everything that was on a shelf off of it. Nothing but bare metal shelves. And this guy came out with a forklift with a pallet of water. And I'm like, oh, cool. You know, I'll grab a couple gallons of water to make some tea and stuff. People like swarmed on that pallet of water, and they were like fighting over it. I was like, screw that. I ain't getting involved in that mess. Yeah, it was like that pallet of water was gone in like less
like
than
Cabbage Patch Kids.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like people were like flipping out. It was like freaking go to the beach and dump a loaf of bread out, and the seagulls were just going crazy. It was nuts.
Or one kernel of popcorn to the raccoons.
Yeah, I don't need water that freaking bad. And like, you know, everybody's freaking out about getting, a lot of people are buying water just like, you know, in case the power goes out, whatever, and they can flush their toilets and shit. I'm like, you know, if I don't have water to flush the toilet, we're supposed to get 10 to 15 inches of water. I got a wheelbarrow and a bunch of five, set them outside for 5 minutes and they're full. You know, it's like, when it comes down to it, I could just set the water out there, collect it, and bring it in, throw it on the, you know, camp stove or whatever, boil it, and you're good to go.
The good thing about the pool, when the stuff happens and you can't flush the toilets, you just get the 5-gallon bucket, go to the pool. But drinking water, I would never flush my toilet drinking water. I would be doing everything I need to outside, hurricane or not.
Yeah.
And, collecting the plummeting rainwater.
Yep.
Doesn't need to be mountain spring.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Debbie's a little further south from me, and that's where this good old Ian might just kind of roll right over her head over down there, according to the predicted track of this meandering drunken sailor storm.
I just saw that post, Debbie, that you saw your neighbor's tree go right down when it happened. Like an hour ago, I think.
Yep, she says it's coming right at us. Yep. Hold on to your horses. It could change at any minute, but yeah, it's slowly making its way across the state. It's dropped a lot as far as, you know, it's not 155 miles an hour anymore, thank God. But
oh wow.
News in Michigan said there was a shark on one of the Florida's highways. I
believe it.
Wouldn't doubt it, you know. Sharknado. I mean, seen the movie.
Rain sardines out here.
Yeah, really. Wow. Yeah. Yep. Debbie's been around Florida a long time. You know, it's hurricanes. It's nothing, you know, as locals don't freak out too much. But yeah, I'm not saying it's not something to take serious, though, because it is. But
I guess with earthquakes.
You know, like I said in my video the other day, I mean, you guys can just be, you know, sitting on the toilet and all the thing. Next thing you know, the whole house is shaking. At least with hurricanes, we get like a week's warning, you know.
Yeah, but we don't have a earthquake season every single year. We just always have it looming above us that the next big one's on its way.
Exactly. It could happen at any minute, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I know we're going to be doing a show one night and you're going to be going, whoa, what's going on?
I had an earthquake playing, doing a live stream playing pub with Tyler and somebody else. You see me stop. I'm like looking up. I'm like, earthquake. I'm
Yeah.
still playing, and I stop, and I'm like, aftershock.
Yeah.
And then it was pretty big. So I think I need to go stand in the doorway for a minute. I'll be back.
Yeah, Christina, that's true. I've seen some newscasters that, I saw one earlier today, and the guy's like, I'm having to brace up against this wall just to stand up, and blah, he's like making a big deal.
They
And
love the theatrics.
there's a guy in back of him just kind of standing out in the parking lot watching him. I'm like, okay, which is it? This guy in back of you seems to have no problem just standing there, and you're like, barely can hold on. I'm like, come on, man. Every year, come on, man. The thing. They try to make it worse than it is. Every year it gets worse.
Yeah, it always has to be as bad as it can be, and for as long as they can stretch it.
Yeah, but like I was telling Jamie, I also have some friends that are like, this hurricane ain't nothing. It ain't gonna be nothing. Yeah, tell them people over there on the West Coast it ain't gonna be nothing. That people that ain't got a house left, tell them that. See what they think.
Exactly. Did you want to start tonight?
I wrecked them. Hell, killed them both.
Speaking of,
yeah, Jamie and me were vibing on the same Mind Link earlier today, apparently, because we almost picked the same exact articles each.
Yeah, we had three matches.
Well, this first one is UFO appears in official logo of the U.S. Aviation Intelligence Office. Their new logo with, what's this, a flying saucer? No, this don't exist. Don't be silly. They must exist enough to go ahead and put one on their logo there. Social media was buzzing this week after image of a flying saucer was spotted in an official intelligence office seal. While U.S. intelligence officials have recently been more open about their efforts to investigate UFOs or unidentified aerial phenomenon, UFOs, nobody expected an official U.S. intelligence office to actually include an image of a flying saucer in its official seal. The unexpected extra turned up in the official seal for the National Intelligence Manager Aviation, a position currently held by U.S. Air Force Major General Daniel L. Simpson, who resides within the Office of the National Director of Intelligence, or the ODN. The seal, which depicts 4 different types of aircraft as part of its logo, also shows a 5th inclusion in the form of a stereotypical flying saucer at the bottom left-hand side of the image. So are they including a UFO because they know about them, or are they including the UFO because we have that technology hidden? While the office hasn't.
I was going to say, they took it off.
Did they?
Yeah, they put it on and then quickly removed it right after. And they're trying to say, oh, it was like a prank. Somebody does a prank.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. It's on, it's off, it's on, it's off, it's on. They did a prank. If it's a prank, the U.S., official logo of the U.S. Aviation Intelligence Office, they're letting pranks like slip through. It doesn't build confidence in the intelligence of the intelligence office. That's just my opinion. I don't know.
Just like an oversight on our logo.
Yeah. Oh, whoops! I'm sorry. That was meant to be an internal joke, and it was released. I hate when that happens. Yeah. And by the way, I didn't tell you, Jamie, but 10 of our videos have been flagged in the last few days.
I know. I've been fixing it.
Yeah.
They flagged 35 of mine in 1 hour going back a couple of years. I've had 80 over the past few days that I have to keep just appealing. Most of ours, they just want to add credit line to it. They made changes. So I just accept the changes.
Yep.
Whatever. Have your credit. I'm not trying to take your credit.
Yeah. Yeah, I got pissed off the other night. A couple of the old ones. I went to appeal it, and I don't know, something came up, and I was just like, screw you guys. And I just hit delete and just deleted 2 or 3 of them. Like, I don't have time to deal with this bullshit. So yeah, it's probably better that you do it because you're not so flip the switches as me.
Oh, but I am. I just put it down and do it in increments.
Yeah.
Because I get this shit. Oh God! And then between that and Instagram, especially if I posted the same video, I have to like appeal all this shit. Most of the time, they accept it right away. And
Yeah.
this audio was obtained on a public domain platform under the Fair Use Act.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of times I'll see, copyright claims, and it'll be, something. It'll be some like Chinese company or music. No, it's not. You're just being a dick.
Yeah, you stupid. And sometimes it's like from their own stuff, but because the way it was like reprocessed, they did,
Yeah.
ding dongs.
Dang
Yeah,
it.
Zuckerfuck. And you know what? I was like writing a bunch of things and comments about Zuckerfucks and needing to eat a bag of things the other day. And then all of a sudden, like 2 hours later, I had a copyright strikes.
Yep. Yep.
I knew it was coming. I don't care.
Yep. Exactly. Yep.
Okay. So what do I have in my bag of tricks? Oh, yeah. I had a couple more plain ones. See, I keep getting more and more convinced I do not want to fly right now for so many reasons. And it's not even being scared of flying. It's just everything else. Prankster hijacks. Is that? Am I glitching or do we disappear?
I'm still here. I think I'm moving
On the screen?
Yeah. Are you not seeing yourself?
No. That's why I think my Wi-Fi is bad.
I still see you. Everybody in the chat room still see Jamie? Or is it just me? Do I have special powers? Wow. I don't hear the wind blowing, but holy hell, I hear the frogs croaking outside.
Yeah, nobody's on the screen.
Nobody's on the screen.
Because my thing started to do the wheels spin out like Wi-Fi was going to go. So I thought.
I don't know. You guys still here?
So I thought my Wi-Fi went out. Okay, what was the other one? We just had another one the other day where the audio, they were doing something over the speaker. I can't remember now. This time guy hijacks the intercom and makes orgasm sounds during the entire flight. Not this guy here. This is just the guy that's recording it. A plane had its intercom hacked by a prankster who made sex noises for the duration of an American Airlines flight, much to the amusement of fellow passengers. A plane had a passenger and TikToker Emerson Collins shared proof of what he called the weirdest flight ever, explaining how a mystery voice could be heard making orgasm noises over the intercom system. Someone on this flight seems to have broken into the intercom system and continues to make a sound that is somewhat between an orgasm and vomiting, he said. A flight attendant made an announcement during the flight saying, "Ladies and gentlemen, we realize that is an extremely irritating sound coming over the public announcement. The flight deck is trying to troubleshoot to try to turn it off, so please be patient with us. We know this is a very off anomaly, and none of us are enjoying it. Collins, though, saw the funny side of the bizarre turn of events, posting a caption of the video saying, "I was kind of enjoying it," and asking, "Who is having a puke yank?" Collins said he was aware of reports of the same problem on Twitter, but said there was no real explanation yet. Earlier in the week, another social media user described similar events on another American Airlines flight from John Wayne to Texas. He tweeted, "Somebody keeps hacking into the PA and making moaning and screaming sounds, and the flight attendants are standing by their phones because it isn't them, and the captain just came on and told us they don't think the flight systems are compromised, so we will finish the flight to DFW." Anyways, this seems to be a trend happening now. People hijacking these intercoms, and we have a video of this one.
Someone on this flight seems to have broken into the intercom system and continues to make a sound that is somewhere between an orgasm and vomiting.
Ladies and gentlemen, we realize there is an extremely irritating sound coming over the public announcements. The flight deck is trying to troubleshoot, trying to turn it off, so please be patient with us. We know this is a very odd anomaly and none of us are enjoying it, so we do appreciate your attention just for a few more moments so we figure out how to turn it off. Thank you.
Who is having a puke yank?
Puke yank.
Still going. Now they're getting creative.
It's a prank.
Definitely. Right?
It's a prank, yeah.
We're looking into things to do is try and mitigate that. If we can do it, we can. If not, we'll let them know when we get it down.
Just landed. I really thought it was going to happen again at touchdown.
Oh,
So these flights are definitely getting kookier and kookier.
yeah. I don't hope I ever make that kind of noise when I'm having an orgasm. It kind of sounded like, yeah, more like he was,
Like ranch animals.
yeah, or like pooping out broken bottles or something. I don't know. Ugh, that's a horrible graphic thought. Yeah, people are strange.
Getting stranger. I was going to have a whole people behaving badly, and I thought, no, because it'll still be long. I'm just going to have to split this stuff up for the next couple of weeks because it's too much.
Yeah.
The guy pooping on the guy's front, because doorbell camera catching him pooping. Another guy bit a train conductor in the hand. What I'm going to talk about tonight, which is kind of ironically funny.
Well, NASA successfully smashed a space probe into an asteroid. Next. Okay. Let's see. Where is the article at on this one? They were talking about it. Well, apparently they did it. They had a video, but the video kind of sucked. The one I had, anyway. The camera feed from the probe showed it its last moments as it crashed into the asteroid Dimorphos. Launched back in November 2021. DART, Double Asteroid Redirection Test. Yeah, I like Todd's comment earlier that they had to name it DART, and just because somebody wanted to come up with that name, Double Asteroid Redirection Test. Let's name it a cool name. It was designed to test if it's possible to deflect a dangerous incoming asteroid by deliberately flying a spacecraft straight into it. They all saw that movie with Bruce Willis and Ben Affleck in it. For the mission, scientists chose to send the probe to collide with Dimorphos, a moon of the asteroid Didymos, which measures around 160 meters across and poses no actual threat to the Earth. After spending months flying through space, DART made it to its final approach a few hours ago, recording a series of images as it got closer and closer to its target at a speed of 22,000 kilometers an hour. Controllers at the Johns Hopkins University Applied Physics Laboratory waited and bated breath as they watched the final few images, which showed the surface of Dimorphos getting closer and closer until the probe smashed into it headlong into the space rock, abruptly ending the signal. While it's likely to be some time before NASA will be able to confirm exactly what effect the collision had on the trajectory, the mission has been hailed as a complete success and demonstration that it was very possible indeed to smash a spacecraft into an asteroid. If Dimorphos had in fact been a dangerous asteroid on collision course with the Earth, this mission, or one very much like it, might have literally prevented the destruction of our civilization. But they don't know that for sure. It could be on the same course as it was, but they think it moved it off course.
Nudged it slightly, I thought.
Nudged it.
They nudged it.
With
ever
a gentle,
so gently.
gentle nudge.
An ever so gentle nudge.
But who's
Exactly. Yeah, in the video, you just see the asteroid, and it's just like a super close-up shot as the probe's getting closer, closer, and then the camera just goes out.
Yeah.
Nothing. I'm sure we'll see some better stuff later.
Explosion. There should have been a giant kaboom. Yeah, it's the giant kaboom.
So, watch these TikTok flipping trends. The charger cord hack. Don't do it. The USB hack. So many houses have caught fire from it. The milk crate challenge. Do not do it. You will break limbs. The Tide Pods. Do not do it. Do I have to even tell you why? Now the FDA is issuing warnings not to cook your chicken in NyQuil.
Really? But that's a family-long traditional recipe, isn't it?
Well, the Food and Drug Administration has issued an update advising consumers that cooking chicken in NyQuil is actually dangerous.
If you're cooking chicken in NyQuil, somebody need to beat your ass.
The warning, part of a broader FDA update published Thursday about social media challenges, refers to a video posted at least a year ago in which a TikTok user fries 2 chicken breasts in the cold and flu medicine. In the video, which went viral but appears to have been taken down, the user flips the meat with a flat iron hair straightener. Plugged in, I bet. The challenge sounds silly and unappetizing, and it is, but it could also be very unsafe. Boiling a medication can make it much more concentrated and change its properties in other ways, says the FDA. But all these kids are pharmacists, duh. The TikTok video does not use the word challenge, and is unclear whether many people even tried to cook the chicken in NyQuil. The FDA's statement caused NyQuil to trend on Twitter on Tuesday. The FDA said that even if people do not eat the chicken, cooking it in the over-the-counter medicine could cause them to inhale high levels of the drug's vapors. Well, now you've gone and told them that you can, vape NyQuil.
Uh-oh. I'm old
It could
school.
It could also hurt your lungs. Put simply, someone could take a dangerously high amount of the cough and cold medicine without realizing it. TikTok and Procter & Gamble did not immediately respond. The tag NyQuil chicken appears to be blocked. Anyways, need I say more?
Jeez.
Stay off of TikTok.
There's good stuff on TikTok, but yeah, there is a
No,
lot
there
of
really is.
no, I'm old school. Anybody knows you're not supposed to cook chicken in NyQuil. You use Robitussin, man. Come on.
Right? Or Benadryl. I mean, you really. And these are the same people that say that us born past 2000 are too old to be making decisions for our country.
Yeah. And they're cooking chicken with NyQuil and eating
sucking pods.
Yeah.
Their reason for it too is, well, at least we're not afraid of death. We're not so stupid that we're scared of death. Like, yeah, you got that going for you.
Jeez Louise. Louise isn't even that bad. I don't know. I'll say it once. I'll say it again. What the hell?
Dimetapp. Dimetapp was the grape one. That was pretty good stuff. That was tasty. But I'm medication is not supposed to taste good.
Yeah. Tastes like chicken.
Do not exceed the recommended dosage of your medication.
Exactly. Well,
sad.
Rockets to the moon. The old Space Link Artemis launch.
That one.
It's delayed again due to Hurricane Ian. Darned hurricane.
Convenient for them.
Yeah. What's going on, Elon? Why does this thing keep getting brushed to the side?
Because it's NASA.
Yeah. Let's see here. The first launch of NASA's flagship Artemis program has been plagued by technical issues and delays. In the run-up to August 29th, excitement surrounding the launch of Artemis 1, the first step in NASA's plans to return humans to the moon, has reached a fever pitch. On the day itself, however, a faulty sensor reading caused the launch to be scrubbed, and the date was pushed back to the next window of September 3rd. Unfortunately, the second attempt also failed due to a fuel leak. It's like, don't they look at this shit like ahead of time? Not leave it to last minute, leaving a big question mark over the launch and when exactly NASA would be putting its Space Launch System, SLS, into space. Fast forwarding a few weeks now, yet another possible launch window has had to be scrapped due to the impending approach of Hurricane Ian, forcing NASA to not only postpone the launch, but to initiate the process of rolling the enormous rocket off the launch pad and back to its hangar. The latest setback could ultimately see the launch being delayed for months, possibly till next year. The rocket had been sitting on the launch pad since August 17th. It's certainly disappointing development in what was shaping up to be a historic launch that would have paved the way towards man landing within the next few years. As things stand, we might be waiting quite a while longer to see the next human walk on the surface of the moon. Or the first human, depends on what you believe. But for some reason,
This
man,
craft is not going up there. It's not going to. They're just going to keep collecting the billions of dollars for each attempt.
yeah,
They might get another one to go up there, but this one's not. They have no intention of it. I don't know why they're even doing all this. I knew it was shenanigans from the beginning.
something about going back to the moon that is still a no-no for some reason. I don't know what it is, but you know, I mean, humans hadn't been on the moon in how long and why? Oh, there's nothing up there. Yeah, okay.
Nothing to see here.
Move along.
Even though it's the most fascinating thing we got.
Oh man.
Okay, Lori. This one definitely needs a graphic warning. I'm going to tell you right now. This one's gross. So if you really don't want to get grossed out, you might not want to listen to this one.
Okay. What?
Let you take a look at that headline there first, and if you want to, yeah, it's what's on the other side of the moon exactly.
Get a little close up on.
Mom spent 3 days in hospital after dog pooed in her mouth as she slept. A mom became violently unwell after her daughter's pet pooed in her mouth as she slept. Amanda, 51, was taking an afternoon nap with Chihuahua Belle when the unwell pooch had a violent diarrhea explosion on her face. The mom of 3, who had been resting with her mouth wide open, was left needing hospital treatment after contracting a gastrointestinal infection in the messy incident. Amanda from Bristol said, "I suddenly felt something squirt in my mouth. I rushed to the bathroom and my son was in the shower. So before I washed it out, I had time to take a quick snap." Because of course you want to capture this moment on film, right? Because no one's going to believe it. I don't know why. I don't know why she wanted to take a picture. Amanda, it was disgusting, and I was hurling violently for hours after. I just couldn't get the taste out of my mouth. Yet she was able to stand there and take a selfie first. The sickly pup was taken to the vet by Amanda's daughter and was diagnosed with a violent stomach bug and placed on antibiotics. After displaying the same symptoms as her pup, Amanda rang 111, who sent an ambulance to her home. Paramedics prescribed her painkillers for her stomach cramps and instructed her to drink lots of water to flush out any potential infection. After their visit, her symptoms became progressively worse, and 48 hours later, Amanda's cramps had spread all over her body. Amanda's mom called 999, and Amanda was taken by blue sirens by the Bristol Royal can't talk, and immediately hooked to a drip. She was diagnosed with a gastrointestinal infection passed on from Belle's feces that entered her mouth days earlier. Amanda, having lost liquids, needed to stay in the hospital for 3 days. From the moment I got ill to when I was put on the drip, I couldn't eat a thing. The cramps got worse and worse until I could feel them all over my body, even in my legs, she said. They sent an ambulance a second time, and I was so dehydrated from being sick and having diarrhea that my kidneys had shriveled to half their size. Amanda's discharge note read, "Gastrointestinal infection caused by a dog defecating in my mouth." Something the doctors they were fortunate enough never to have witnessed before. She said, "I've been drinking too I don't know, like Gatorades a day, plenty of tea and loads of water since it happened. And I'm happy to say to you both, me and Belle are on the mend. Amanda said she has forgiven Belle, and thankfully they have both made a full recovery.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
The odds of that. And animals come to you when they need things. You know, that dog really needed her to know he had a problem.
Yeah. Phew, man.
And was she ignoring a problem, perhaps? Like, was he crapping all over her? And, you know, they're just like, whatever. And the dog's just like, man, I said, I need to go to the doctor.
I don't know, but phew, that's nasty.
But she stopped to take a selfie. I thought they did that in the hospital. And he was taking a I'm sorry. She had to go in the back. I could think I'd be like getting anything out of the refrigerator I could and like dumping it on my face. Like, she waited.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, it would be like, you know, I'd have probably puked. There's no probably about it. My dog
How could you not?
did take a crap on my foot one day, though, in the closet of all places. I got up. She woke me up, you know, she wanted to go out. And I was like, okay, let me put some clothes on. And I'm all in the closet. And next thing I know, I feel something warm. I look down, my dog's taking a dump on my bare foot. I guess she really had to go. She wasn't taking no for an answer. Couldn't wait.
This is how much I gag. Okay, so if I'm cleaning up cat crap and my pinky, maybe a little pinky tip accidentally touches some under the rag,
Oh.
I'll, wipe it off on a paper towel and then like dip it like a clean paper towel in like the water just to like, and then I for some reason, don't ask me why, I smell my hand.
Oh.
Why do I smell my hand? I know I need to wash it with soap, but it's like I'm freaking out so much that there's crap on my pinky. I'm sitting out there, dry hacking. Can't even handle a little bit of crap on my pinky.
You know what's weird is
after it was wiped.
Like if my dog takes a dump in the house, especially if it's runny, I'm like, I'm done. If it pukes, no, can't deal with it. But I can come in and clean 20, 50, 100 snake cages with snake turds in it. It doesn't bother me whatsoever. I don't know what it is about snake shit that doesn't disgust me out, but yet my loving little dogs, if they take a dump, it's like, oh.
God, that's when you have to get like the paper towels and just like let it sit and like soak it up for a little bit until it becomes like a hard cookie and it like rips off the floor, like a cement floor. I'll take like the paper towels and mat it down and it starts to go in and then because there's like texture on the ground out there, like the sand texture. So it's kind of like concrete. Then it hardens up and I can peel it off and it comes off like a big disc. And then I can finish cleaning because I'm not going to sit there and clean up like runny crap.
Yeah.
Off a textured floor. My
buddy the other day was like, hadn't been feeling good. It's one of my friends I play music with. We're doing a gig and something, I don't know, the conversation, something revolved around poop or something. He was like, yeah, I found cat puke under one of my tables in my house. I had missed it for a day or two. There's 7 piles of cat puke under the table. Holy shit. Usually, I can be like dead asleep and you hear that. I like boing.
Even the beginning sound of
yeah. Yeah, that wakes me up out of the most hardcore sleep ever.
It works pretty good. I've learned is a little bit of like Dawn dish soap.
Yeah.
She says, Mr. Clean. Yeah, I've been taking like a paper, like soppy wet paper towel, and then putting little Dawn dish soap on it, and it cleans it up pretty good. It works for like stain like on your clothes. Dawn dish soap is
Yeah,
kind of the,
works for cleans greasy plate or cleans dog or cat puke off the floor pretty good too. I use
cleans the duckies.
we use the same stuff I use in my snake cages. Healthy Habitat is what it's called, and it has bioenzymes and all kinds of other stuffs in it. Safe for the animals and takes away the smell, and I buy it by the gallon, so
Yeah, there you
always
go.
have it available. Healthy Habitat.
That name sounds familiar. Like I don't know if they've have other products too that I might have used for something.
Yeah, they do make other stuff.
Like
All
for
right.
fish tanks.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, reptile stuff, dog and cat products, and fish tanks, and what have you.
And whatnot.
Other things and whatnot. So this one is finally something sort of paranormal. Rehashed History Channel clip shows alien in a man's bedroom. What? I always flash back to Terry Lovelace saying he woke up and there was these monkeys in his bedroom. I'd be like, oh, hell no. Monkeys do freak me out. Footage recorded in 2006 allegedly shows an unidentified entity entering a man's bedroom in the middle of the night. The eerie clip, which was posted earlier this month on the official YouTube channel of the History Channel. If you want to see it, go to the History Channel. It's up right now on their YouTube channel. It was previously broadcast in an episode of The Proof is Out There, a 2021 TV series that attempted to get at the bottom of a number of different unexplained phenomena. The particular episode featured the story of a man named David who recorded something strange on CCTV camera in his home in Pensacola, Florida, back in 2006. Sort of a Florida man, but this guy has gotten a lot, which makes me wonder. A lot of evidence in and around his house. The clip shows this figure briefly moving into view as though surveying the room. While the quality of the footage is rough, to say the least, of course it is. Why use a good cell phone when you can use a shitty one to capture an alien, right? It certainly does appear to show strangely proportioned and abnormally tall and skinny person in the doorway. The show in which the clip was featured, how do you use a modern day cell phone and get a picture to be that shitty? That would be harder than getting a clear picture. Anyways, the most common depiction of an alien entity in popular culture. It's the stereotypical gray alien looking. As it stands, however, it's difficult to tell what the figure is. There's a possibility that it's simply a human and that the footage has distorted their appearance somehow. It's also possible that the whole thing is a hoax. You can check out the clip for yourself on the History Channel's YouTube page. And it shows it moving. And it kind of looks like an alien.
He like comes out of the door and kind of sticks his leg out like a burlesque.
Yeah. But this guy, David, I forget his last name. It doesn't show it in here. But I used to watch his YouTube channel, and he has a lot of weird alien stuff on there. So this isn't like a one and done type thing. It's he seems to get a lot of weird alien footage. Speaking of
the one that you're talking about, this one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he has like a whole ongoing like thing. Like he explains why he's got all the cameras and things set up, and he's got like a lot of different stuff he does. Yeah. You mentioned Terry Lovelace. And I seen a commercial for the new Ghost Adventures earlier, and stupid Zach, he's up there like they're going to Devil's Den. He's like, "You've taken everything from me," freaking out. But they're going to be up at Devil's Den.
I quit watching Zach since he started using that
Meth
peckerhead
again?
paranology
I'm just
equipment.
kidding.
What's that?
I was just joking.
I missed it. But yeah, he's using dickhead Jeremy's gear on there, so I refuse to watch him.
I just got over the just theatrics of it, and would still like locations again. The only reason I ever watched it to begin with was just to be able to see these spots. But yeah, I haven't watched it in I don't know how many years now.
Let's see, where am I at? What am I doing? Who's my name?
I don't know, you're starting to say something right before I said that.
Has anybody watched the speaking of weird, there's another word I'll use to describe it. Has anybody been watching the Dahmer series on Netflix? Jeffrey Dahmer series?
No, but now all these people, it's like trending everywhere where people are like, oh my God, have you heard of Jeffrey Dahmer?
Yeah. You heard of this guy?
Like hella people never heard of him. I haven't watched it myself, but because I've seen every documentary on him
Yeah.
already.
Yeah. So have I. And this is completely different.
Really?
You've seen the documentaries, the stories, what he did.
Yeah.
But actually watching this series, this shit is disturbing. It's kind of
Should I
hard
watch
to watch.
it?
Huh?
So I should watch it.
Yeah, if you want to be disturbed. No, I mean
Like
it's
I said,
good. It's good, but
I was telling my mom what's worse, like me laughing like kids or these people that don't even know who he is, or me that's been studying serial killers, my forever.
yeah.
I like to see everybody's different angles, on things and everything. So
Yeah.
yeah, if it's worth it, I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's good, but yeah, like I say, I mean it's I've seen the documentaries and everything, and like Darcy and me were talking today, and she's like, yeah, the documentaries, everything's kind of so clinical and it's just kind of straight. This is just pretty fucked up.
Well, that's why I can't really watch like Deadly Women so much, because like I can hear the stories and things, but what they do is really get into the reenacting of
Yeah.
like when they're strangling and do like towards almost like, oh my God, like I almost can't watch the reenactment parts of the actual murder. It's like, okay, just let me
Yeah.
see the aftermath, whatever. But I heard that they did an impeccable job with the set looking exactly like his actual apartment and the crime scene photos.
Yeah.
With the gallon of bleach by the couch and
yeah. The guy that plays him looks a lot like him, and yeah, they did a good job.
That was Zac
And
Efron, right?
oh man, I can't remember his name.
From High School Musical. I think someone said it was Zac Efron.
And the girl that plays his stepmother is Molly Ringwald.
No way.
And I didn't know it was her. I had to look up who these people. I knew the dad was. I think he was the dad on 6 Feet Under. And man, the dude looks a lot like Jeffrey Dahmer's real dad. But yeah, it's pretty whacked, And I mean, just the way they shot it, and just the way it's filmed, and the way they show them doing things, it's just creepy. And what's weird is you see like horror movies and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty graphic, or that's gross, or that's pretty whacked. But they show this, and there's that part in your head that's going, this shit is real. This really happened. This dude really did this. And I'm sure what he really did doesn't even compare to what they're showing on the screen. I'm sure it was way worse than this. But yeah, dude.
Sometimes the horror films, you don't need like as much like of the extra stuff they put in to make it like extra crazy and gory and all that. Like just the simple acts of what he's doing is like worse.
Yeah. Like when the cops come in his house and I mean, he got caught because one of the guys, escaped.
Walked up. Yeah.
Yeah, they come back, and I can't imagine the cops, just like
Naked outside, walking around like a zombie, right?
looking at the stuff in his apartment, and open the refrigerator, and there's a freaking human head, fucking dick and balls, and a couple of hearts in the refrigerator. 57-gallon vat of acid and various body parts in the living room. Wow, the dude was pretty bad.
I can't remember if they did it because I got really curious about, wanting them to scan serial killers' brains and things, like to actually scan their brains, see if there's anything similar, like between them. Like, okay, look at Bunny, look at Dahmer, look at all these people's, and look at their brains.
Yeah.
Forgot my point because somebody did look at something, and now I don't remember where I was going to go with it.
Well, he's like, he did. I mean, he had a brother. I didn't even realize he had a brother, and like we were talking, is it like, is it like hereditary or this and that? His brother's fine. His brother's been normal and like changed his name and is completely like just kind of tried to be off the the radar from the whole. I mean,
definitely wouldn't want that name.
Yeah, would you want your named, everybody knowing that was your brother? Yeah, maybe not.
Apply for a job though, like they just see the name Dahmer. Like you apply for anything, they see the name Dahmer.
Sorry, we just filled that position. Hope you're not angry over that.
Please don't be mad.
Well, the help wanted sign's still up. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take that down. Yeah.
Just stench, yeah.
It's bad when you go to prison and the worst criminals in the prison are like, oh hell no, and they kill them. So if you haven't seen it, it's worth checking out. Like I say though, I watched the first one and I was like, damn, this is.
How many are there?
I don't know. I know I'm on like 5 or 6 now. But it's kind of disturbing is a good word, I guess. So is it your turn or my turn? I don't even know.
I think I was trying to see who Ron was, and maybe she meant Roy. I thought, did I miss someone? Oh, I was going to ask Zach, Evan Peters. You think that Evan Peters is who played? Not Zac Efron? Someone told me today it was Zac Efron. That's the only reason I thought so. Landlords hold an exorcism after refurbishment brings ghosts out of the woodwork. Another one of those. We know how these go. And I didn't read this one last week, right? This is the one I scratched?
I think so, yeah.
The landlords of a country pub have held an exorcism after a major refurbishment brought ghosts out of the woodwork. Kirsty and Darren have witnessed some spooky going-ons in the Eight Kings pub, and even customers have said they've seen ghostly apparitions about the place. I always have to wonder about these things, though, if they're doing that just to bring in, like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Because I've gone to so many places, like, no, you just were trying to get people into this place.
Yeah.
Darren said the paranormal activity began at the pub on Portland after the pair shelled out for a massive renovation. They said that since they reopened, reports of customers being bothered by ghosts and sightings Us spirits have greatly increased, and the landlords have resorted to hiring spiritualists to perform an exorcism. Spiritualists? Interesting. Darren said, I felt very apprehensive after my first encounter. So after deep thought, I decided to try and move them on with the help of a local church, and spiritualists, hoping not to witness this again. I was told that the spirit had moved on and was hoping this would end the matter. Kirsty has owned the 8 Kings for just over 9 years, and in that time she's heard unnerving noises and physical contact and seen human shapes around the pub. Darren moved in about a year ago and said that while paranormal activity has always been rife at the pub, it's got much worse after the pair splashed out on a renovation. Why do they keep putting in a money term? Why don't they just say did a renovation? Renovated the place.
Yeah.
But then why would they get the extras? I don't know. I don't trust nobody. Over 3 weeks in October and November, the couple shut the pub to spruce it up. And since then, family members and customers have been freaked out after being targeted by spirits living in the pub. After the reopening on Wednesday, November 24th, Darren said more people were reporting seeing or feeling a ghost. He continued, we had a family sat in the bar. They told a member of staff there was a lady in the restaurant waiting to be served, and there was no lady there. Another family said exactly the same thing and described the exact lady down with clothing. There were no connections to either families. A lad who was playing darts said he saw me, stood next to him, and then looked around, and I stood behind the bar. The grammar in here is horrible. We have a dog, and one night we were having something with some friends. We could hear this noise in the pub. We thought it was the dog, but it wasn't. It was the spirit. They announced their news on Facebook, and soon comments came flocking in with people suggesting different ways to deal with the supernatural issue, and one agreed that the doing it probably sparked it. And then give their opinion on what we already know. Then third wrote, lots of great offers on here, but who you gonna call?
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, so whatever.
Yeah, there's a bunch of pubs around here that are, haunted. I did an investigation in one. Unfortunately, we didn't find a whole lot. We didn't get a whole lot that night. But I know there's stuff there. And there's another one here. It's been a bar here for 50 some odd years, and they just closed down. And I went by there not too long ago, and the building is just sitting empty. I mean, I'd love to get in there now that it's empty, because I've been in there plenty when it was a bar, pub, and everything, but it's just sitting there empty now. And after 50 years of people being there and in and out, and being a working everyday type place, I just wonder what's going on in there now that it's empty.
And with the pubs and stuff, it's kind of like you have to have one that you can go to a lot. I've noticed, because there's not always stuff. You have to be there at the right time.
Yeah.
Like there's one in Brentwood. We're at the corner of the one of the counters, and I don't remember the story to it, but if you stack like a couple dimes or nickels, they always like disappear and stuff. And they have the whole, you hear the steps, the spurs and everything, the boots and the steps. And so, we did a lot of EVPs on the outside of it. And so a lot of these, are during like working hours. So it's really hard to do anything. They let it, come in and everything, but
yeah,
there's so much like extra noise. But a lot of these old places do hold a lot.
They have, haunted pub tours here in St. Augustine. We got, 10 different ghost tour companies here, but yeah, there's one or two of them that are haunted pub tours where you go from pub to pub and, they tell you a ghost story from that pub and you get a drink and then you go to the next one. By the time you're done, you're shit faced.
All the spirits, having spirits.
Yeah. But,
That sounds like good times.
Yeah, they're fun,
It's little walking tours. Jeff's in Colorado this week for work, and I was helping him look for day trips. And then I come by, I'm looking, and I see this thing called the Molly Brown House. And I look at it, and I'm like, ooh, I think this is a haunted house. And so I look up haunted Molly Brown, yeah. And then I find out they've got a couple good walking ghost tours, like, in the area. So I sent that to him, like, maybe one of these nights when he's out there and he has nothing to do, just, it's like $35. Just check it out.
Yep. Yeah, there's some cool. I had a friend that used to live out there part-time and do ski instruction and stuff. And yeah, they used to always tell me about some of the like haunted ghost towns, out there in Colorado where they have people just, left. Still food on the table, still clothes in the drawers, and a lot of old like mining towns and stuff, and old mine shafts still there and all. Sounds like a good place for a horror movie.
I mean, this one could be legit. Yeah. It's just whenever people mention like money, and especially if a bar wasn't doing good before, like I don't know how well they were doing before all this.
Yeah.
I always think, are you just trying to get people to come in, for the nostalgia of it? But, this, I'm talking about different people's, if what they're saying is true, and two different people did see the same thing like that, I would believe it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if y'all can hear frogs or not. I hear them outside my window doing their frogging thing. New evidence points to the presence of a hidden chamber in King Tut's tomb. King Tut's tomb. I always wonder. It always brings up the question. When they find sites like this, burial chambers, getting caskets, tombs, whatever, and they're like opening them up and, pulling the, you go see King Tut, the exhibition things out of his tomb and stuff. It's like, where's the date? Where's the limit? Where's the line that you cross? Because if you went and dug somebody's grave up from 10 or 20 years ago, that would be some whack shit. But you can, it's like, where's the line where it turns into history and learning versus just grave robbing? Always brings up that question in my mind. It's like, if I get buried in like 100 years from now, is somebody going to be digging me up and go, oh, look at this bracelet this guy has. We haven't seen one of these in 100 years. I don't know. Weird things that go through my mind. Nicholas Reeves still believes that the entrance to Nefertiti's tomb lies somewhere within King Tut's burial chamber. Let's go plundering around in there with a stick. The search for a hidden room within the tomb of King Tut's it began back in 2015 when British archaeologist Nicholas Reeves discovered what he believed to be the outline of at least one hidden door built into the walls of the tomb's interior. I'd be too freaked out to go digging around in King Tut's tomb because I've seen the movie Mummy and all that. I know what, scarabs are going to come out and they're going to go on your, how it ends. On an entrance to what could even be a long lost burial chamber of Queen Nefertiti, the wife of the pharaoh Akhenaten and stepmother to King Tut. The findings prompted Egyptian authorities to conduct multiple sets of ground-penetrating radar scans. While some of these seemed to find impossible evidence of hidden chambers, to find possible, not impossible, evidence of hidden chambers, the results were ultimately deemed inconclusive. Now, though, new evidence has surfaced in the form of hidden hieroglyphics on the walls of King Tut's tomb. Which they have been painted over by depictions of King Tut being buried by his successor, originally appeared to show the burial of Queen Nefertiti. I can now show that under the cartilages of AI are cartilages of Tut himself, proving that the scene originally showed Tut burying his predecessor, Nefertiti. You would have had that decoration in the tomb of King Tut. Reeves maintains that this represents evidence that Tut's tomb is merely the outer section of a much larger complex, which still contains the burial chamber of Queen Nefertiti. He is the only expert to think this. He isn't the only expert to think this either, as others, such as radar specialist George Ballard, who believes there's a hidden entrance somewhere within King Tut's burial chamber. Actually proving this to be the case is beyond any reasonable doubt. However, it remains easier said than done. Some articles are just hard as hell to read. But yeah, there could be a hidden entrance to Nefertiti's burial chamber. I don't know, man. Digging around in that stuff might put some bad mojo on your ass. That's all I'm saying.
Especially going through Nefertiti's back door. She might not appreciate that.
Exactly. Her secret entrance. You know, she might,
Her sacred.
she might make you want to shit spiders for the next 12 hours or something. I don't know.
Might make you want to. She just might make you.
Yeah.
So this is one that's going under my people behaving badly. This kind of has a funny irony to it. But the Beyond Meat exec was accused of biting a man's nose in a road rage attack. So I don't know if he's a vegetarian or not, but biting someone's nose. Beyond Meat released a brief statement announcing that Doug Ramsey has been suspended effective immediately from his position with the company. An exec of the vegan food company Beyond Meat has been charged with felony battery and making a terroristic threat after a fight outside a football game in which he's accused of biting a man's nose, officials said. The altercation involving Beyond Meat chief operations was described as a road rage attack outside Saturday's game between the Razorbacks and Bears. A police report says Ramsey, a 53-year-old resident, had been waiting in a line of cars to get out of a parking garage when a driver in a Subaru tried to inch in front of him. The Subaru made contact with a tire on Ramsey's Ford Bronco. According to witnesses, according to witnesses cited in the police report, Ramsey got out of his SUV and punched through the back window of the Subaru. The other driver got out and confronted him, and Ramsey pulled him close and started punching his body, and also bit the owner's nose, ripping the flesh on the tip,
just the tip
of the nose, the officer reported. See, normally when you're in a fight, you pull them like close to you just so they can't, swing on you and stuff. But a police officer arrived to find two males with bloody faces. God, Why do people bite people? That is just so disgusting. The Subaru driver's report that Ramsey had threatened to kill him was corroborated by a witness. Ramsey was booked in a jail and released Sunday on an $11,000 bond, according to court records. Ramsey joined Beyond Meat as its chief operating officer in December after spending 30 years at Tyson Foods. Just the bloody face thing, it just makes me think of the, like the bath salts, all these like people coming up with like bloody faces after like biting into like other people. It's just oh my God. That is just brutal and savage.
Uh,
I mean, he punched through the glass and then just.
It's because he's eating that Soylent Green. Some weird.
All those years that Tyson did it to him.
Yeah. Yeah, road rage is definitely real these days, man. And people are crazy. I'm not going to exclude myself from that. I've had my shares of road rage too, but not on the level of some people. I've been in the car with a gun and I haven't like used it on anybody. Been sitting there right next to me and I've refrained from, just going completely bonkers. Unlike some other people. But
have you gotten out and like just started biting someone's face?
No, I don't see that happening. I've got COVID brain. I've got foggy brain. Hell, the other day I got like lost driving. I've lived here my whole life and I was like, where the hell am I? I'm having a senior moment. Didn't know where I was for a minute. Weird. Makes me wonder. Kind of scares me.
Yeah. There's a lot of Alzheimer and a lot of that being connected to that right now.
Great. Add that to the list of my ailments.
I was just talking to my mom about that like yesterday too.
Walk out of the house. I'm like, shit, am I wearing pants? Okay, cool.
You have to do like a complete once over. Like, do I got both my shoes on?
Yeah. Hey, they match today. Yeah. It's funny. I've seen completely different, but I've seen some memes. Not really road rage, but I've seen memes I saw like 4 different ones today where people had taken, wasn't really memes, they were just pictures. People had taken pictures of, like I was out trying to find non-ethanol gas today for my generator and stuff. And that's what I use in my riding lawnmower too. But that shit's hard to find, especially during a hurricane. Like everywhere I went was out of gas, or they didn't have ethanol free gas or whatever. So it was kind of a chore to find gas. But I finally did. But I saw several pictures, people getting gas, and a few of them were, the hardcore like electric vehicle folks, pulled up in their Tesla and got their gas cans out of the back of the car, filling them up with gas. Yeah, you got to run that generator, I guess. I don't see, especially you guys out there in California. Man, you got Newsom coming up with banning, what did he ban? Natural gas?
Natural gas. After they forced electric cars down our throats, now we cannot charge them.
Yeah, it's like
between the hours of 4 and 9 p.m.
Yeah, everybody's got to have an electric car by such and such a date, but you can't charge them now, and you guys are always having brownouts and can't handle the power surges you have now. Like,
yeah, the grid can't handle. But we're going to keep developing, right? No water, no power. We can't hold what we got, but let's keep developing.
Yep.
Oh, and he also wants to give IDs to illegals coming over into here so that they can get social security numbers, home loans, and medical care. I'm like, I'm ready to hop over the border, come back and say, I got no papers.
I know.
Can I get seen by the doctor, please?
Yeah.
Because I'm tired of doing it the right way. Nothing's working.
Exactly. Just show up and your shit's taken care of.
Yeah, Newsom's really screwing the country, the state. We need to do something about that.
Yeah,
He needs to go.
he needs to go.
There's a lot of rumors though that it's not even actually him right now. Conspiracy.
Yeah, who knows? He is a nut bag though.
After his arrest. Yeah, see, that's not really Newsom. I don't know. I don't care. I just don't want to keep seeing the way the state is going. Plus, like every 15 times a day, they're calling all the houses in these neighborhoods. Do you want to sell your house? Do you want to sell your house? They're trying to buy people out of their houses.
Yeah, I get that like all the time here. They've been trying to buy my house forever. At one point I was like, well, hey, give me the right price, and we'll sell the house. And then I'm thinking, shit, where would I go? Where could I buy right now? Because everything's so stupid expensive.
That's what I'm saying. And then, Texas don't want us. They're like straight having billboards put up about telling Californians to stay, we don't need you. You don't want to come here.
Royal says he saw two pregnant women kicking each other in the stomach over a parking space. It's Christmas Eve. Yeah.
No.
Remember that time I was pregnant? That lady kicked me in the stomach when you was a baby. That's what's wrong with you, boy. You got kicked in the head when I was pregnant. Yep, Debbie gets them in the UMA. Me too. Mailbox has always got them. Hi, we'd like to buy your house for way more than it's worth. Sure you would.
Do you have another one?
Yeah.
Because I got one too.
This is one of them goofy ass crazy ones.
I like goofy ass crazy.
I like goofy ass crazy. Share. Well, there's one of them weird mysteries around nightmare shark caught in Australia.
Ooh,
It does
hi.
look, I know, it does look pretty.
Is that like a deep, deep one?
It's a weird.
His teeth.
I know. Teeth are like.
It bites down like this.
It's like those chattering teeth. A fisherman recently reeled in a rather strange looking shark, and nobody is quite sure what the hell this species is. Sporting bulging green eyes and a set of teeth that look like they belong in the mouth of something out of a horror movie, this unusual looking shark was recently caught off the coast of New South Wales at a depth of around 2,130 feet by an angler who goes by the name of Trapman Bermoo on social media. After posting the image of the catch on Facebook, he was quickly inundated with comments from users who were keen to figure out exactly what species this unusual shark could possibly be. Some joked that the shark appeared to be wearing false teeth, while many others commented on its bizarre and disturbing appearance, labeling it the stuff of nightmares. As for the species, many suggested it could be a cookie cutter shark, a goblin shark, or a lantern shark. Bermagau, I don't know how to say his name, disagreed, instead maintaining that it was most likely a rough-skinned shark, otherwise known as an endeavor dogfish, depending on which market it's being sold at. Experts, meanwhile, seem to disagree with this identification, with some suggesting it could be a deep-water kite-fin shark, others even putting forward the possibility that it could be a whole new species entirely. Whatever the case, you certainly wouldn't want to come face to face with it while swimming. Yeah, that'd probably scare the shit out of you if that thing popped up in your face and your snorkel. You'd probably fart your air right out.
Do you think the teeth really look like that? Or do you think the skin has been pulled back because it died?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that kind of right? Or is he swimming around with teeth like that?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the lips could be pulled back. But then again, they could look like that too. There's some weird ass fish up there. Yeah, but just his skin and everything and those big ass, this weird nut-like skin on his top of his eyes. It just looks creepy.
And the eye itself, normally black, just soulless looking
eyes of a doll.
that comes at me. Its teeth are down here and the nose is there. Just Superman. I'm going to be in the water. Just Superman punch.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah. Weird. I don't know what it is. I've seen this fish before, though, somewhere. I just can't remember.
When he said dogfish, that started making me think, but
Yeah.
then still no, the teeth.
Yep. Yeah, Zach says you can move over there to Arizona. They're a little more sensible.
Oh, thank you, Zach.
Royal says, look at them damn teeth. No kidding, dude. If I saw those, I'd be backpedaling. Shark looks like it was drawn by a 6-year-old. Kind of does. Mutant shark.
So I've got one more ghost photo.
Debbie wants to know if I'm drinking cocktails yet. No, I was drinking, forgot what it's called. Liquid Death.
Oh, that's good water.
But now I'm drinking Body Armor. Strawberry banana. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked.
Ghost child caught on camera in abandoned cottage by stunned paranormal investigators. A group of ghost hunters claimed to have caught a child's ghost on camera as it lurked in an abandoned country cottage. The Cornish Ghost Whisperers group of Candace Collins, her partner Nick, and mum Suzanne has reached a wide range of supernatural phenomena from ghost dogs to the spirit of a Cornish tin miner. In their latest paranormal escapade, the trio visited a church in the village north of the Cornish coast. I have a friend named Sean Cornish. I wonder if that's where the name comes from. In their Candace told them we'd heard it was really haunted and went to do one of our Facebook lives there. We couldn't go all the way down into it due to signal, and while we were in Boss Castle, we noticed there was this abandoned little cottage. The cottage, she said, is believed to be the burial site of a witch who lived in the medieval period. She says she's also highly sensitive to paranormal phenomena, described feeling unsettled in the moment she walked in. She recalled it was very thick with energy. It was really strange, very dark, no windows. There was an old fireplace, and these pieces of wood were put on the floor like a pentagram. Someone had been in there, and it was just a really strange, creepy, weird thing to find. Despite the eerie sensation, a search of the cottage revealed no further evidence of paranormal activity. But a few days after she had explored the cottage, she was flicking through the photos she had taken at the time. She had taken a picture of the disused fireplace, which, in the gloomy conditions inside the deserted cottage, looked spooky enough. But on examining the top right corner of the image, she noticed what appeared to be a face. The image seemed to be that of a child. Candace couldn't explain it, but she says she'd love to revisit the cottage at some point to investigate it further. So Rob's got the ghost face up there. You guys can decide what you think about that.
Pretty interesting. So what's cool is I was looking at the picture and I saw it like before you said where it was at in the picture, the top right hand corner. But yeah, I mean, definitely something weird up here.
Yeah, because especially like when you do your photo reviews, you normally like kind of look through it fast for like big stuff that sticks out.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of stuff that you usually get like days later when you're looking at it more, or it's like on a bigger computer and you're like, holy crap, like, are my eyes matrix? Like, because that does look like a face.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Almost like you see hair, the neck.
Like hair coming down.
And then the neck and then the chin.
His nose, mouth, chin.
Like the hair goes across your face a little on one side.
Yep. Yeah.
A child or a young lady.
Yeah, I keep going back and forth between two images. I see, eyes, nose, mouth, neck, or I see eyes, nose, and a big, huge mouth. like Joker.
Oh, now I see that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then it almost looks like that's in a hood, like it's a Grim Reaper and like the Misfits cover.
Yeah.
Like it's got a hood on. He's like,
Yep.
Yeah, I see that now. Now.
Yep.
Now I can't unsee it.
Exactly. It's like this big grin. Craziness.
Good night, Dee. Thank you for stopping by.
Speaking of craziness, let's look at the old 1:10 a.m. for me, anyways. And there we go. There's where the storm's at.
Yeah, let's see what's up.
That's Eon cruising across. And where'd my thing go? There, New Smyrna Beach. That's where Debbie's at, is right around here. And I am right here. So it's if it stays in the middle of the projected forecast, it's going to go just a little bit south of her, but the eye is so big that, yeah, it's basically going to mow right over you, Debbie. But it could shift to the south, to the north. Who knows? And once it gets out here in the Atlantic, they're calling it, to go back in just up north of Savannah. But who knows? Once it gets out over the ocean, it's probably going to intensify again. And then, like I said before, Ian's going to be like, you ain't the boss of me. I can do what I want. So, yeah. Apparently, Debbie and me both, we got power still, which is better than most of the times we have storms. So, let's see what my wind here is doing right now. Well, it's weird sitting in my house. It's like I couldn't even tell there's a storm outside. It's pretty much quiet. As all I hear is frogs. But right now, the wind is 37 miles an hour, 26 miles an hour. It's jumping all over the place. The last 10 minutes, there was a gust of 42. So, it's breezy. Rains for a few minutes, then it stops. Gets windy, then it stops. All the bands from the storm coming through. So, yeah, Debbie says everybody's around her has no power, but they got it. Cool. It's good. Power's nice. I'm prepared for when it goes out, but I got to say, man, I'm spoiled. I like having power and air conditioning and fans and internet. And Starlink seems to be holding up. I was worried because my Starlink was kind of taking a dump here when we had a few rain and thunderstorms and stuff. I wonder if the thunder is what screws it up. I was thinking the cloud cover was messing it up. But I I don't know, man. It's holding strong tonight. We had that one little glitch earlier. I don't know if that was my fault or what. Royal says over 2 million without power now. Most of those, yeah, heating pad, adjustable bed. Yeah, no kidding. Holy shit, I got an adjustable bed. I better make sure I adjust it right before the power does go out. I know it's going to go out sooner or later. But yeah, power is a good thing. I know. I'm a little spoiled with the simple things in life. Hot water. Hot water burn, baby. But yeah, when you don't have those things, you realize it right quickly. 38 miles an hour. It's gusty. But who knows? Yeah, power is definitely a good thing. Wow, we only got like 20 minutes left. Yeah, last time the power went out here, my bed was in a weird position. I'd been like sitting up watching TV or something in it. I went to go to bed and I'm like, oh shit. How do I get this thing down? So what do you want to do? A few cards or what? I do not hear you. I think you're muted.
Oh. Should we play the card game?
We could do that. Things you wish you didn't know.
I still want to look the other game up. And I always forget till we do this. In fact, wait.
What kind of bed do you have, Debbie?
Incoherent. That is the game that I want to get so we can play this. Played this on TikToks. This girl gets these games and plays them, and it's fun.
Incoherent is what it's called?
Yeah.
Cool. I'll look for that. I know a few times I've been incoherent.
Because what it does is it gives you like the words like a dirty phrase, and the words will be, the letters will be all like scrambled up, and so you have to look at it. Whoever can guess what like the dirty phrase is fast enough
Yeah,
wins it. But I was pretty good at it. And they have different versions of the game though, like there's different card games for it, but it was cool.
You got a sleep number. Yeah, I got a purple. I was trying to decide between the sleep number and the purple, and
I did not like the sleep number.
Really?
Mm-mm. And then especially because if there's like the two sides to it, like the two, then you always have like this hard line in the middle, so you can't really like lay in the middle of your bed. And I didn't like it. In fact, Jeff just got rid of it, and he got a Black Beauty something or other mattress. I don't know what. But he said it's like way better than that sleep number was. So I thought, it's a Cal King, but it hurt my back. I feel better sleeping on this little mattress on the floor than sleeping on that sleep number bed.
Huh. Yeah, some people love them, some people hate them. I couldn't I couldn't decide between the two. I don't know why I went with the purple, other than I like the color purple. But do I think it's worth what I paid for it? And probably not. But it is comfortable. I'll give it that. Oh man, I smell banana nut muffins being cooked.
Nice.
Well, here's the creepy insect fact. How long is the leg span of a Goliath bird eater spider? 9 inches, A. B, 11 inches. C, 13 inches. Or D, 16 inches. And since I'm a reptile weirdo, I already know the answer to this one. The Goliath bird eater spider. Royal says D, 18 inches. Debbie says C, 13 inches. Turquoise says C. Lori says, I like banana nut muffins. Me too. These are the healthy version of them too. They're made with oat flour and all good stuff.
Not cricket flour?
Not cricket flour. Can you believe I don't use cricket flour yet? But I will. You will be.
My aunt actually said that she would try it. When she was down the other day. I was going, oh yeah. Sounds like it could be good.
Yeah, I would try it too. See if it unclogged the drain. But the answer to the Goliath bird eater spider legs, how long are they? Answer's B, 11 inches. 11 inches. You know what? That's one big ass spider. Even if it was 9 inches, that's still one big ass spider.
That's like, yeah.
Yeah, that's like, I've seen Goliath bird eaters too. A friend of mine was at the show. Like, want to hold one? I was like, hell no.
We got tarantulas out here. I'm good enough with that.
Yeah, I held.
And they're coming out right now.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan. I'm just not a fan of spiders. Even though we had them here, we had tarantulas. We kept them for a while. I was like, man, I hope nothing ever happens where I got to go in that cage and do whatever, because I'd rather just throw that bitch in the swamp than let that damn thing crawl on me. Nope. I'd rather hold a rattlesnake than a tarantula any day.
Yeah.
Weird, you know. Dog poop, cat poop especially grosses me out. Snake poop doesn't. Spiders freak me out. Snakes don't. I don't know. Go ahead, you know. Ask Jason what he hates worse, spiders or snakes. What do you think? It's probably going to be snakes.
It'll be snakes.
Yeah. Guy I used to work with was when I worked a construction job. He was deathly afraid of snakes, and I don't like heights. So that was our deal. Anything on the roof was his. Anything under the house was mine. And man, I had to crawl my fat tight spots under a house, but hey, I made the deal with him. At least I didn't have to get on the roof. Snakes didn't bother me. Although there was spiders under the damn house, and that wasn't cool, but spiders are heights. I don't know.
Oh, the worst is like trying on our trailer houses.
Yeah. Good nut. Good nut. What? Good nuts.
Good nuts.
Good nuts. Good luck not feeling a millipede as it moves across your ankle. The largest number of legs ever found on a millipede is, A, 750, B, 1,000, C, 1,200, or D, 1,300. How many legs does a millipede have? What's the most legs ever found on a millipede? 750, 1,000, 1,200, or 1,300. Again, any answer is a shitload of legs.
I'm going to say 1,200.
Yeah, Evelyn, I hope they're doing okay over there, because that thing's passing by. It's not steamrolling Orlando like it was, but was predicted, I should say. But Still getting some heavy duty winds and rain. The whole state of Florida is going to get heavy duty winds and rain. Turquoise says B. Royal says D. Evelyn says 1,300. And the answer is A. Only 750 legs
Only.
found on a millipede. Only. Well, there's lots of ways to die, I suppose, I guess. But in which activity do you have the greatest chance of dying? A, a triathlon. B, running a marathon. C, driving 100 miles an hour in a car. Or D, flying 1,000 miles in a commercial airplane in the United States.
It's got to be one of the silly triathlon ones because, it doesn't make sense.
Yep. I got one of my friends that he does triathlons, where you bike and you swim and you run. And he's
What was the difference between A and B?
A is triathlon and B is running a marathon.
I'm going to say triathlon.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, because running a marathon, you're just running a marathon. Triathlon, you're running, swimming, and biking. It's like
and your body's going through a lot of things. I mean, you could have a heart attack in a marathon, but yeah. I'm going to say.
Or Wolfie says E, working on a fishing boat. Like
fishing boat.
Snow crab boat
sure.
in the northern Atlantic. Definitely.
The Baltic Sea.
Yeah, those guys are crazy, man. Hey, but they're good at what they do. They make good money. But yeah, you could die at any given moment on one of those boats.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if that was in the answers on the card, I would probably go with E. Working on a crabbing boat or a fishing boat.
Yeah.
Well, according to this card, the answer is A, triathlon. Because like I say, you got 3 different ways.
I wonder what's the most common way people die during a triathlon.
That's true.
The drowning, going from one thing to the next.
Mm-hmm. Here's a tasty one. If someone offers you a grilled cheese sandwich using Kazamarzu cheese,
oh no,
you might want to think twice because Kazamarzu cheese is made from sheep's milk and A, flies, B, maggots, C, baby bird fetuses, or D, cockroaches. He said cock.
I thought it was gonna be brains for some reason, but
No. Any of the above sounds highly nauseating.
probably maggots or the birds.
Royal's going with B, maggots. Wolfie says D, cockroaches.
Because it's gotta be a cheese. I'm gonna say maggots.
Evelyn says C. Turquoise
Someone's
says A.
telling me baby birds. I'm gonna say maggots.
Yum, all my favorites, Wolfie says. Yeah, exactly. Mine too.
Get off my obstacle, maggot.
Answer is B, maggots. Ding, 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 ding. Maggots and goat milk.
Oh,
Make
goat milk at all.
Kazamarzu cheese. I like goat cheese.
I hate goat cheese. I don't. It tastes like goat. It smells.
Tastes like a goat smells. I don't know. Salty, stinky goat. For some reason, I like it. I don't know
Though
why.
I have to say, I hated it forever. And then I did have it at my aunt's house once, probably 3 years ago. It was like a cheese ball with nuts on it, but it was goat cheese. I put it on a cracker, and it wasn't that bad. As bad as I remembered it. Like when I was a kid, I hated it. It was like, oh my God, this stinks like when I pet a goat. It tastes like when I pet a goat.
Yeah.
And smell my hands. I have a thing with always having to, if I know it's gross, I still always have to smell it just to confirm it's gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, not to mention, you hear the pipeline just starts, combusting and stuff, like it's sabotaged.
Yeah.
But yeah, maggots, and they have some sort of like sheep head cheese or something, like
Goat
made out of like sheep brain or sheep eyes and something on Fear Factor I saw.
Fear Factor. Oh man. Yeah. Debbie sent the shark video. Let's pull it up here. Pull up ye old shark. Oh, stop. That was. Let's see. Let me get it. There we go. Good God Almighty, that ain't right. Make that puppy just a little bit smaller. Don't need to be full screen. Come on. Why you want to be so difficult? Oh, well, I know why. Because it's Facebook. Okay, let's see if this works. Let's see if this.
If not, I can try to save it and then send it to you.
Share the screen. Share this screen. Where is the video? There's the video.
Oh wait, it's fast. I can just do a screen record and send it to you. Oh, you got it.
Yep. Boom. Sharknado. That's Florida for you. Sure you want to move here? We got sharks in the street. Gators in the front lawn.
The sharks. San Jose Sharks.
Swimming in the street.
Those go. The sharks.
Well, here's an interesting one. You should consider eating your own boogers. Scientists have found that boogers may help, A, give you stronger hands and nails. Hair and nails, not hands. Strengthen your immune system. Sounds logical. Aid in digestion or reduce stress. What do boogers do? Do they give you stronger? A, strengthen your immune system. B, C, aid in digestion. Or D,
I'm going to say either your. Sorry, go ahead.
That's it.
I'm going to say either strengthen your nails or your immune system. Immune system, because you're putting another germ back in your body.
Yep. Yep. Jamie says B. Debbie says B. Evelyn says C. Rose says B. Turquoise says B. The correct answer is B. Strengthens your immune system. You want to strengthen your immune system? Eat some boogers. Eat some boogers. Or, plenty of pills you can take.
Take your vitamins.
Take your vitamins. Not out of your nose. Wow. Booger eating maggots. Well,
we made the whole thing with electricity.
Yeah. Survival tip. If you find yourself stuck in a jungle without food, you could eat this to survive. A, snot, boogers. B, your feces, rough. C, body hair. Or D, scabs.
Not your hair. You saw what happened to the lady that ate shit.
Yeah. Well, that was dog shit. Diarrheal dog shit in her mouth.
And then you'd have to hope you have scabs. I don't know. What was A?
Snot. You could survive and boost your immune system if you ate snot. Snot the same thing as boogers? I don't know.
Hair, okay, might fill up your stomach so you don't feel hungry. I don't know. Between hair and scabs, I guess.
Well, he says, yeah, well, my favorites again. Yeah, that's what you get here we serve up a big dish of snot, feces, hair, and scabs on Weird Wednesday.
With boogers on the side.
With boogers on the side and dog diarrhea. Cover all bases here, snake poop.
We don't discriminate.
Exactly. We talk about it all evenly. Have a good one, Debbie. Stay safe down there. There's a storm a-brewing.
Good night, sister.
Well, the answer is, what is it? D, scabs. You can eat scabs to survive. What if you don't have any?
So I guess you got to cut yourself up on some rocks, wait 2 days for it to scab up. Can you imagine the infections?
Ooh, and then eat the scabs. I think I'd rather just...
You could put it between pieces of bark.
I'd have to
wrap it in a lettuce. You could make a wrap, a scab wrap. Get a
scab wrap.
Edible piece of leaf. Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Yeah. Wow. Scabs. Oh. Let's see. Let's find that good one here. I think this one could vary, but it does say average. Oh, wait a minute. Let's do this one first. Okay. Weird answers. Long before condoms were invented, men found other ways to use protection. Which of these wasn't once a form of contraception? Which of these wasn't a form of contraception? A, animal intestines. B, acacia fruit. C, beeswax. Or D, crocodile poop.
What was the first one?
Animal intestines is the first one.
Yeah, there you go. That's it.
Which of these wasn't a form of contraception?
Oh, not one?
Not one.
Oh, so that's like late. Okay.
So you got A, animal intestines, B, acacia fruit, C, beeswax, or D, crocodile turd.
Acacia fruit. Unless they were ingesting it and thought they couldn't get pregnant, I'd say the fruit. Because they can pack the wax and pack the crap. And make a mud mask. I don't know.
Where would you pack? What? I'm afraid.
I can't say it because we'll get banned.
If we ain't banned by now, we
will be culturally, what's it called, canceled.
Yeah. The correct answer is C. Beeswax has never been used as a form of protection. I bet somebody used it at one point or another. But animal intestines, yeah, I could see that.
Well, yeah, because it's just like a sausage casing.
Yeah. Acacia fruit. I'm not very familiar with that. I don't know how that would be used. And crocodile poop. I'm not really sure how, I mean, hey, grab a handful of crocodile shit and smear it all over my junk.
And then they don't want to do you and you don't get
Yeah,
pregnant. So there you go.
exactly. That's how that works. Yeah.
They take one smell of that and they're like, "Whew, I'm good."
I'm good now. I'm not in the mood anymore.
And the fruit, I wonder if there's like they look like little blueberries. And so there's not like big seeds in it that you could grind. I'm wondering like if it's a female contraceptive somehow. They thought like you couldn't get pregnant on it. I don't know. I don't get it. Unless the fruit, they're little tiny blueberries, so like I don't think you could use the skins to make like a skin.
Let's look it up. Acacia fruit. It's not acai. I know acai looks like those little.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Acacia. I'm thinking of acai berries. You're right.
It's like a giant shrub tree subfamily. Is what I ain't even gonna try to pronounce that. It's comprised of a group of plant species native to Angola and Australia's.
Oh, they look like weenies.
They look like what?
Because they look like little wieners. Maybe
Oh,
it's like you could take the banana peel off.
wiener leaves.
So say, how was used as
Wiener.
contraception? Women would mix honey and acacia fruit and soak lint or cotton in the mixture. They inserted the lint or cotton into their vaginas before having sex, and the combination would kill some sperm before they reached the uterus.
Well, there you go.
Learn something new every day, but don't try this at home.
Yeah.
Don't quote me. Don't quote me, boy. I ain't said it'll work.
Exactly, Wolfie. That does the trick. Use a ball peen hammer. Whack it hard. Works every time. No doubt about that. Well, it's after 2 a.m. in the morning for me. And I'm going to go eat a banana nut muffin. Check on the Strom. Probably wake up to no power in the middle of the night or in the middle of the morning. Maybe. Who knows? May not lose power at all. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for hanging out with my friend Jamie and me for another Weird Wednesday. So you probably see a Sunday night for paranormal soup. Paranormal soupage. There was no paranormal soupage last Sunday. And I went to a concert. Jamie talked me into it. I wasn't going to go. And she gave me sound advice, and I went and had a good time. So anyways, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. We will catch y'all next time for Weird Wednesday. Thanks for hanging with us. Love y'all. Good night.